The night vision goggles that you see here, so these nods were procured through a company in Canada called Cold Harbour Supply. So these R NVG Alphas is what they're referred to, is a white phosphorus Elbit tube. Built a relationship with these guys. They are a wealth of knowledge. A couple of dudes that, you know, understand night vision through and through. Their website's top notch. Their customer service is top notch. And you know, it took a little bit to get these. A, they're not cheap, but B, because I'm a civilian now, no longer serving in the military or law enforcement, there are certain levels of FOM or levels of resolution that a civilian is able to procure. And then anything above those numbers, it's strictly regulated for military and law enforcement only. So I'm no longer in uniform, so those things are not applicable to me. So I asked them, try to get me the best tubes that you possibly can within the regulations, and that's what they did. So when they sent me these, I really wasn't sure what I was getting. I really wanted to see them in person before making the purchase, but I made the purchase with a bit of a risk that was associated with it. And I can tell you, I am pleasantly surprised. So these Elbit tubes are white phosphorus. The clarity in low light and higher light resolution is really spot on. You know, nothing too fancy, the fact that they're dual tubes. What I do like about them is that the autofocus that have built into the tubes themselves. So the autofocus you can adjust. So when the amount of light is coming into your eyes, the way that it's regulated or transluted, I guess you could say is the right word, in terms of what you actually see, you can make an adjustment on these lenses that were an add-on, all right? So they didn't, it's not built into the tubes itself. It's an add-on for that clarity. So I like that option. Depending on how dark of environment is that you're operating in, you may want these all the way open or not, and they autofocus what you're looking at, which is a nice touch. So the helmet mount itself is a Kydex mount. So it's aluminum ruggedized. It's really strong, and I asked them when they built these tubes for me, I said, make them as rugged as you possibly can, because I'm hard on my gear. So I didn't want anything dainty that if my head knocks off of a door frame, they're not going to go into 100 pieces. I needed something, I wanted something that, yes, it's a little bit heavier, but I'm okay with that. I'd much rather something that's heavier and a little bit more robust than something that's lighter and fragile that, you know, it won't take much to break. All right, so this package that they put together is spot on. So these are the R NVG Alphas with the Elbit tubes and a Kydex mount for the helmet.